Hey y'all, what's going on? Y'all know what we in here about. Love and Hip Hop Hoes, New York. Welcome back, hoes. And we got some new ones, y'all. I haven't quite got their names down. It's only one that stands out to me at this moment. And I know y'all know who the hell I'm talking about. Miss Madam. Yes. So, basically, was it... at one, I don't know what to say, y'all. I don't know what to say. Like, it was okay. The best part was seeing the new girls, and only one of them was, you know what I mean, like really interesting right about now, but it's gonna get better. So let's get into it. So let's start with Mandeezy. Feces, whichever one you want to call it, Mandeezy. I'm gonna say that. Welcome home, boo. He's back. Yandy is happy as hell. She just looks vibrant. She's happy her man is coming home. So she went to meet him, hopped in his arm, honey, and wanted to straddle his ass right then, okay? Which I don't think they made it out of that damn car that they was in before they was throwing and knocking the boots, okay? Which I ain't mad, girl. I ain't mad. Baby, do what you gotta do. It's been a while. So he gets out. They kind of stand in a bit. She's just, you know, y'all, did y'all see the part where his son cried? I was like, oh my God. And that's the realness of it. You know what I'm saying? Seeing him cry, I was so glad that he was able to see his dad. His dad was out. It was just good knowing that they was together. He was like, let's just get some movies and stay in, you know, and just be with each other. And I feel that. You know what I'm saying? I feel that. Okay. So, okay, we have that. At one point, there was Erica Mena and Sid or whatever her name is. She's laying in the bed acting like she's asleep. Mena's bringing her some food or whatever. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm thinking, well, where the fuck is Bow Wow? Okay. Is he under the cover? Is he somewhere getting the motherfucking jelly for the biscuits? I'm just saying. Okay, so they kind of converse a little bit. It wasn't nothing to me worth. It was just, y'all, this one wasn't that grand. It really wasn't. Stop, Cyrus. Anywho, so they have that. Then we have the new girl who's living in, who was her dad? Strawberry somebody? Babe. Who was the girl's daddy's Strawberry? What's his name?
What?
The girl who was in it. Daryl Strawberry's daughter.
One of the greatest baseball players ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
Okay. And my husband said he was in love with the Coco.
Everybody that's from my area know what I'm talking about. All you young motherfuckers, y'all ain't.
They know what the Coco is, honey.
No, they don't know who I'm talking about, though. That's what
they may not know who he is. Anyway, that's her daddy. She's
they like baseball, then they know.
Right. She's moving out to New York. She's trying to move to New York. Come to find out her boo lived there, which, y'all, I don't have the names down. The light-skinned, bald-headed dude right now is just what I'm calling him. He started naming off names of people he worked with, and all of them seem to be, you know, has-beens. I don't know, you know.
They're rich now, though, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and hey, whatever, however. You know, he seems to be happy to be meeting up with her.
Don't call them no has-beens. They got their money. They did what they're supposed to do for the hour that they did it in.
Okay.
We got this shit right here. Boy.
Okay.
Can I get my moment?
Oh, okay.
I need a moment of much love.
Okay.
People, much love don't want me on the channel. It ain't me. I'm going to just go on and tell you.
You a lie. You a dirty lie for that. You a dirty lie for that. Whatever. I'm just like, you'll be
dirty lie.
So I'm supposed
That's how you know your woman lying. When she calling you a dirty liar, you know she the one lying.
First of all, you forget that you told them that you hate YouTube.
I said, man, you ain't got to refresh my damn memory. I don't want you. I don't. They know this. See, they know this though. You know
Okay. Okay.
They already know that.
Okay.
He don't like YouTube anyway, so I mean, it must be her. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How many times have I said, babe, we need to do?
And how many times have I told you no?
You getting on my tail.
You don't need to ask me no more. People don't need to ask me. I'm going to chime in when I very feel like.
Okay. All right.
It's a privilege for y'all to get my insight.
Really, baby. Let me finish this video. It's already boring as proceed. Thank you. Thank you. Anywho, he is meeting up with her. They kind of talking, and y'all, did it seem like she was theatrical, like it was some made up shit? I don't know. Her shit just seemed so phony and fake. At one point, there was a scene where she was leaving. Her mother was there. She got a child. You know, she's going to pursue whatever she's going to pursue in New York. You know, her sister at one point, she had her sister talking to her, and don't try to talk me out of it. You know, support me, yada, yada, yada. Okay. And I'm out for her. Okay, now he is saying, you know, so far it hadn't been any questions asked. When we get together, she don't ask me, I don't ask her. You know, when we together, I like her, she's a good girl or whatever, but she just don't know how I am when I'm in New York. You know, it's a different thing. Then you have the scene where he's in there with the strippers and the booties and all of that. And he's like, when I'm here, this is what I do. He got the hookah going and the whores next to him and dancing and shit. You know, that's what he do. And evidently that's what he thinks she don't know about. But she be a damn fool if he's in the industry and she don't know that. Anywho. At one point, let's see. Let's go to what's his name? Guns. What? Him and they bullshit. Oh, girl's pregnant.
Baby, I told you, that's one big trio happy family.
Okay, it's a big trio happy family. Well, he said they're a big trio happy family. Okay. Quit faking the funk then, bitches.
Life is turning into sad materials.
Right.
Sad material turned into life.
Mm-hmm.
And in that order.
And in that order. And in that motherfucking order, baby. You got that
That's
right.
That's what she mad about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was pissed, but he come, you know, she's working out. They done moved. She's working out with Yandy's cousin, and at one point,
that's a nigga right there. I mean,
who?
Right there. The trainer dude.
Ah, well, they was working out.
You out, lifting weights, what you who you want?
And well,
oh motherfucker, that nigga, the nigga used to work out. That's your age group. You supposed to be with. Yandy gave her the gift already. You ain't got to worry about no man because he's right there.
Moving forward, he is there and did all that shit, worked out, pressed up. He comes in now. Before we go to that, we know Peter and the girl is going to do this ultrasound, and I'm wondering yet another baby and how you taking care of this child. She's happy as hell to be the wife now. She's side hoe turned wifey. She's grinning and her baby and this and that and other. Bitch, what you think he gonna do? She got a promotion. What you think she gonna do to you? He's gonna do to you. But anyway, moving forward, he goes and picks the child up, the kids up, and gonna cut their hair. Peter comes in and tells her he ushers them to another room. Peter comes in and says, well, she's having a girl. Like and she's like, what do you want me to do with that? Like, I don't even understand the point. He's like, well, would you be willing to let them, you know, and she's like, right now, no, I'm not doing that. You know, I'm trying, they don't even know you, don't even live here, whatever. I'm trying to understand that shit. Anywho. Oh, no. Anywho. So then he's leaning on her like, you don't miss me and this and that and other. She's leaning back, but then part of me knows that she would love to have him back, and he been scooting through there hitting that ass. And if Miss Honey Cabbage don't think that shit, she ought to think back a year or so ago and what she was 2 years ago. And so That shit goes on. Y'all, it was okay, but I don't know. It's okay. So, okay, we have that shit. Now let's ooze on over back to Yandy because she's having, and the dress was cute, she's having a welcome home shit for Mandisi. You know, Mona done paid all the motherfucking extras and shit to sit in there and this and that and other. You know, they stopped and talked to Rich Dollar and shit, who, by the way, is talking to old girl, which is the new chick, Christy, or whatever her name is, which she had her whole scene talking about, I'm this, I had a baddest bitch, she's the one they manage us and yada, 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 put wigs on the dog's head. Y'all know I was all for that shit. Anywho, her man walks in, who been her man for a while or whatever. So Rich Dollar sitting there talking to her and talking about, I got this new drink and I think it's caramel vodka or some shit like that. And, you know, he want to break bread with her and, you know, and she's like, look, are you still fucking with the Mena, you know, Erica Mena? And she's like, that bitch stabbed me in the back. You know that bitch used to work for me back in the day as an escort. She used to be one of my escorts. And I was like, all right, now we got some real shit going on. Mona, bitch, you got somebody in there doing your biography on the motherfucking show, bitch. I was done. But I still was like, okay, bitch, tell the truth on it. She's like, the bitch since she got Hollywood, she thinks she this and that and other. The bitch was talking about me and Rich Dollar's like, I ain't talked to her in 5 months. That shit's over. I'm glad. I'm trying to forget. You know. And he wants her to kind of bring some hoes to the shit. But did y'all check the conversation? And the hoes was sitting there, was like, yeah, you always have some bad bitches with you. And I'm like, and she's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, madam, bitch. All right, if that's what it is. Okay, so at some point they agreed. Now, when Rich Dollar was talking to Mandisi, they had shots and they tried to make a scene out of that. Next thing you know, Yandy gets up there and calls him up and he tries to pretend like, did you have to do it? It's like he didn't know. Like, are you kidding me? Okay, let's move forward. Okay. All right, so apparently Chrissy didn't agree to do this shit. And somewhere in there, old girl's on her way to leave, say goodbye to her baby, her mama and all of that. She's on her way to New York. He's somewhere talking about how she don't know and blah, blah, blah still. Okay, so it's time for the damn, and y'all, I've just rushed to that part because seriously, that was the part that stood out to me. I know it's going to get better, but it was really... you know, I really wasn't like, until the madam came in it. And I was like, come on. Okay, now we got some new shit. You know, she's a little older, whatever, however, you know. Motherfuckers ain't all gonna be young in the shit. Motherfuckers kill me on Twitter. I always calling a bitch that ain't 20 old and shit. It's fucking wisdom. Get over it. And if your ass live long enough, you gonna get past 20-something too. Hope so.
I'll sit down.
Okay, so she's gonna help him to get some people. Now, why? Now she didn't already say she ain't fucking with the Mena. She's not fucking with her in no capacity. And then she told her that motherfucker, I can deal with that motherfucker's mouth. She was laying into Erica's ass while she wasn't there, which is a whole bunch of empty ass talking for real talk, unless you do that shit when the bitch is there. So it was just some shit you was saying until you put it in fruition, baby. You know, but okay, we're gonna see. She comes in with her little blue skirt on, her red or some skirt on, and the little jacket and shit, and she's ready to do, and Rich Dollar says, Erica Mena has been hitting me up. She's gonna, you know, text me, I'm gonna meet her, and she's like, I told you. You know, and he's got that silly smile on his face and this and that and other. She ain't for that bullshit. She's like, don't bring that motherfucker in here. And I've been trying to see that bitch and all of this. She's kind of turned up. He's like, I'm going to go somewhere else and talk to her just for a second. Now, the women come in and they do their little shimmy, shimmy, cocoa puff, you know. And it's like 3 of them. I think it was 3 or 4 of them that kind of came through or whatever. And then he gets... all of a sudden the text. Okay. As if Mona didn't have her sitting over there already. moving forward, and this shit is beginning to be more like a motherfucking soap opera. And like I said, I can deal with this shit as long as you ain't calling it reality, call it scripted reality. I just say it's a motherfucking soap opera or whatever, and call it that. Anywho, so Minna's over there on her phone. Rich is like, get off your phone or whatever. And he done already said, I'm not going to go and tell her and say this. I'm going to try to say to her a certain thing and get her the hell on up through. So, Minna's like, okay. And so, basically, she's like, listen, I learned that appearance fees and things like this, I didn't get that. I didn't find this out until later. And she's like, I don't know. You know, I would have thought a motherfucker would have did me in the street, but not you, you know. And he goes on to tell her, she's like, she want money. But he's like, I'm in the motherfucking red. That shit didn't sell, bitch. Did you buy a copy? And he's like, when I did it, you know, we was together, blah, blah, blah. You know, but I'm in the red. And she's like, why wouldn't you even tell me that? You know, whoop-de-wop, and they kind of, you know, he's trying to just tell her what it is. What she should have, girl, oh, God, girl. You motherfucking auto-tune horse. Please, every motherfucker can't sing. Damn. Oh, it just sickens me, but whatever. We gonna move forward. We gonna move motherfucking forward. And I guess you whores are scrounging to get in there because y'all let all these pop whores get in there and all of these Swifts and things like that and boot y'all the fuck out, boot R&B album, good singing album. We're gonna move forward. I'm gonna keep on fussing about that. So at one point our girl's like, I would never let nobody do me like this. She gets up and she gonna go over there staged. She goes in there and Minna's looking at her and they instantly have words and she's telling her, ho, you was a hoe for me and this and that and other. She basically put her shit out there and told the truth on her, and that got Erica Minna's ass turned up. She's ready to box and all that. Girl, she just told the truth on you. You trying to say, now one thing, girl, if you was pimping me, you might would have had some money or whatever the case may be. Erica, girl, part of me believe your ass was out there escorting. And you sure wasn't ready for her motherfucking mouth or none of that, boo-boo. You was not ready for that, honey. She got you together. And when she said you was hoeing for her, bitch, that's when you was ready to put hands on because she didn't put your motherfucking hoe shit out in the motherfucking street. But who didn't think none of you hoes would do nothing strange for a piece of motherfucking change? All you bitches is on Love and Hip Hop New York. All you bitches is working for Mona. And now the motherfucking madam works for Mona. Does that make Mona a super motherfucking madam?
It makes her hiding flies.
Oh, okay, she's hiding flies.
Status, not hell no. No, I didn't say that.
Heidi did that thing, didn't she?
She ain't even hiding flies. I just said it because it.
Yeah. So Erica Minna, you know, she done got turned up. This bitch is, you know, old girl Kristen, she's like, whatever. Bitch, I know all your motherfucking dirt. It's always somebody around when you're doing your motherfucking dirt. Trust me. Even when you think they ain't dirt. They motherfucking dirt. Checking your motherfucking receipts. Making new receipts so they can share them with another bitch. I tell them, you know what I'm saying? I'm holding that shit in their pocket so they can whoop it out for just such a motherfucking occasion. You know, if you gonna do some hoe shit or you hoeing, bitch, on that shit. It say, bitch, at that time I was motherfucking hungry, bitch. You know, but to act like, and you know, I guess there's a possibility you didn't, but none of me believes that you didn't hoe. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I kind of believe, oh girl. You know, we'll see how that shit plays out, but she called your hoe card, so to speak. You know, Erica then got upset. Good thing she gonna do some acupuncture. I was trying to understand what that bitch was saying on that. And Erica, you seem to think that you can just put hands on everybody. Girl, I can't. You was like, wear the car. You started off. I will say, bitch, you out wearing some better rags though, and you looked absolutely gorgeous. I would say you was cooking, boo boo. You was cooking, but homegirl was not there for that bullshit. you was trying to put down. Now, as time goes on, from what I understand, there's going to be another fight. It's going to be a couple of motherfucking fights because a couple of folks feeling some kind of way looking at the motherfucking previews and shit, and just some of the, just shit I done heard, little birdie shit. It's going to get real motherfucking deep. But tonight, it wasn't like that for me. There was a part where men DC wanted, and I'm trying to understand, are they paying you to be in the feds? But I guess you had some coin, or maybe, since she didn't. However, you there to pick her up, take her to Las Vegas and shit. You want to get married, this and that, and other. And she's like, I'm sorry, but I can't. Which I think what it boils down to is that she probably wants to get, had a big wedding. And I can't say I'm mad at that shit. She done put all this time in. She deserves that if she want that. But girl, I will say this. If you love the damn man, do that and have a reception some damn where. And, I know you need to be saving some coin or whatever after all you done had to put out trying to help him. And I guess he said, well, shit, ain't no other woman gonna ride with me like that. And I think they really do have a good relationship. I really do think that DC is into Yandy, and I know she's into him, so I wish them the best luck in the world. But I'm glad she wasn't like, I'm going for that, although we might see on the next one that she just said, well, fuck it, whatever, let's go ahead and do this damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So that was the just, y'all. Wasn't nothing super grand on that shit. I'm looking at this sorority shit right now, and y'all don't know what to say about the shit. I'm gonna watch it. Y'all let me know if y'all want to talk. Oh Lord, I'm gonna try my best, but I already see these is a bunch of it's gonna be a bunch of bullshit, y'all. Y'all let me know if y'all want to talk about that, and we will. I will not talk about them I don't think the same exact day as Love and Hip Hop. I'm gonna try to put them in with the Mob Wives, which I'm already working on that video. I know I owe y'all that. And yes, I am following. I know Ange is going to see Miss Honey Cabbage and all of this shit's going on. Trust me. But it's just being with the Don't Stop December. Like, it's like, I don't know. Every time I think I'm going to make it on that, it's like, what the fuck? Something else come up. Yeah, I'm hot. I'm having a hot flash. I'm having a fucking hot flash. It's probably this damn hair. No, it ain't. It ain't this hair. I'm having a hot flash. Anywho, y'all, that's the gist of it. I hope I ain't let y'all down on this one. It wasn't a whole lot as far as I was concerned that went on. We just kind of seen some new people. I think it's going to be better next week. But for me, from my perspective, it was just okay. Leave it below and let me know what y'all thought. Are you going to be digging these new hoes? And one question, do y'all believe that the men was hoeing? Yeah or nay? Just leave that shit below. I'm out of here, y'all. Much love.